This is Melvin Colon, the chaplain at M&M Industries in Chattanooga. And as always, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you for joining us at this time and allowing us to just share some thoughts, some ideas. And let's just go right into the theme today. Historically, this season that we have, the week of Christmas, and probably since Halloween moving forward, it's a challenging season for different reasons. There's the shopping aspect, the last minute plans, or plans that we've had for months that suddenly disintegrate because of an unexpected change. And I know that based on some things that we've gone through here at M&M Industries, that everybody can relate to that. Having said that, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the M&M employees, more particularly here, but probably in the other locations in Ohio and in Arizona. But just want to say a personal thank you to the employees here for stepping up and stepping in during a very challenging time, helping other employees that battled and are battling through the toughest season of their life. And what I've been able to observe has been nothing short of amazing. So thank you for those of you that have stepped up during these seasons. As I talk with employees and they share some of the life stories, life fears, anger, hurt, pain, situations that are distressful, people dealing with depression, with brokenness and loss. I can't help but think of what we can do for people that are going through the most difficult times of their life, especially during the holiday season. And here are some of the things that I think that we can do, just action items. For those going through a season in life where they can't make sense of things, I think it's very important that we make room for them. Inviting them over, having lunch, giving them a call, reminding them that we're here to listen. And that's not just a chaplain thing. I think it's a everybody thing where we can walk with people through situations. Many people end their lives during this time or suffer even deeper because they feel alone. And in many instances, they are alone. So we have people in our society that feel that way. And the darkness of winter and of circumstances in life threatens and challenges the existence of their life. Something else that we can do is encourage them, pray for them. Take time to pray with people, not just say, you're in my thoughts and prayers. I think those are very important things, but if you have the opportunity, take time to pray with them and be real. I think we all need to be real with one another and not all offer stamp pad responses or things that do not help the person going through a difficult time. To you, going through a difficult time, maybe the worst time of your life, I encourage you not to lose hope. Someone asked me recently, how can I keep my faith or trust God when I don't see my prayers answered? And that is a question, and that is something that has been spoken of for many, many years. There is no one fixed response to this question. However, here are some thoughts on that matter. I think it's very important that when we are facing a trial or a situation that seems or is full of hopelessness and despair, I think it's very important that we acknowledge our emotions. And specifically in this case, take time and be honest with God about your frustration, about your disappointment, even of your grief. He is not put off by your human feelings and invites you to pour out your heart. It's very important in my relationship with God and in prayer. I express anything, the frustration, the anger, disappointment, the not again, or why. We all have why questions. You have why questions. Even Jesus on the cross, he said, "Why have you forsaken me?" He felt abandoned and alone, even being the Son of God on the cross. I think we should also seek presence over provision, focusing on God, on seeking God himself, rather than just his answers. Trust is built through connection. Any relationship that we have that we value, trust increases through connection, through intimacy, through dialogue. So trust is built through connection, finding comfort and satisfaction in his presence, even when circumstances do not change, or in some cases, they get worse. I think it's very important that we take the opportunity to immerse ourselves in the lament. There are scriptures that are specific to lament. As a matter of fact, there's psalms of lament that can help in expressing our pain. And when we look at the psalms, we find that there's honestly, there's bold questions, there's issues that are discussed and brought up that are upsetting. There's writers that say, "I would rather die, I would rather go to the desert, I would rather be in any situation but this situation." And so there's cries of suffering and cries of brokenness. And one of the Psalms, I'll just give you an example. Psalm 13. I found this thing. It says 4 movements of biblical lament that I'd like to share. And it goes through Psalm 13 verses 1 through 5. And the first part is engaging God. It says, "How long, O Lord?" In verse 2 it says, "How long must I wrestle in my soul with sorrow in my heart each day?" So number 1, we engage God, and number 2, we voice our complaint. In verse 3 it says, "Consider me and respond, O Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, lest I sleep in death." So he's asking for help. And the last part, which is in verse 5, it says, "But I have trusted in your loving devotion. My heart will rejoice in your salvation." That number 4 is we choose to trust. We don't have all the answers in life, and we run into situations that we don't have a specific answer. But I've learned to trust in God even in the most difficult of times, whether it's been the loss of my father, whether it's been just disappointment in life, or not getting an employment, or in the smaller things, being looked over for a promotion that I thought that I was entitled. Yeah, we all go through those situations, but God is our refuge in the time of trouble. Before I conclude this time, I want to share with you the most important part of this season, and that's going to the subject of Christmas. Yes, there are many important things. We value family time, sharing, giving gifts, and for some, receiving gifts, especially our children. Hot chocolate, tortillas, tamales, and what is that? Honey baked ham. Yes, I ate some the other day, and it was phenomenal with some pineapple and some cherries. Wonderful. So there's times of giving, there's time of charity. We see Salvation Army with their bells in front of the Walmarts and Sam's Clubs and other places. Recently, our church, we had a Christmas share, and there were a lot of gifts shared, and we were able to share love and hugs and smiles and make a difference in hundreds of children's lives. And there's other charities, there's other churches, other groups that also do the same during this season to give back to the community. These are all important, but this is what is most important to me, and it's found in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. And it's the story of Christ's birth years before it happened. It says, For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder. And his name will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Many years ago, this message of hope changed my life. Changed my life entirely. And he offers the same opportunity for all of us. I was hopeless, but I found hope and I found life through his coming. He still offers hope. We're talking about Jesus in this case. He offers redemption. He offers forgiveness, life in peace. And if you invite him on your journey, he will walk with you through your most joyous of times, but he will not hit the road when it gets hard, when you have hard questions, when you go through hard seasons and it seems like you've lost the motivation to live. He walks with us. And I'll finish with a part of the Psalm 23. It says, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil because you are with me. That is the assurance of Christ, that we can go through all this stuff. We can go through the most difficult of seasons, but he has promised that he will always be with us in all seasons and in all times. So as many of you travel or sit around with family or friends, invite him to the table. Invite friends, invite family, but invite him to the table. He is here and he cares for you. He cares for all of us. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. God bless you. Bye-bye.